Every CEO or leader in a business role needs to ask themselves what they're going to do to make a difference in the next 12 months.
Even if a business might not see themselves as being on the front line of homelessness or prevention activity, actually there's something that we can all do. It would be really great to understand from each of you why you're so passionate about prevention.
We believe home's the most important place on earth, right? It underpins everything else of your day, how you do at school, your relationships. IKEA has a unique voice in educating people what it actually means to be homeless in the UK today. What is that picture? Because it's stigmatized, it's hidden from view, and until we get people knowing what this is and moved by it and empowered to make an action, I don't think we can get the groundswell of support we need.
Our relationship with Homewards is how do we use the strength of a financial institution. The vast majority on the path to either homelessness or in a very difficult financial situation are vulnerable in some form. And so we have trained colleagues to spend an hour and a half on a call, then follow up, typically over 6, 9, even 12 months, because if people are going to rebuild their lives, get back on a level footing, and then deal with all of the complexity of financial services, it's a long journey, and you need really specialist teams that are able to provide that kind of wraparound support from a financial services perspective. We have over 4,000 colleagues who are trained as specialists. We talk about them as customers in need of financial assistance.
And I think first of all we need to recognise the role that energy plays in people's lives. It's typically going to be the third biggest outgoing for a home, and so it's an area that causes tremendous pressure for people. And I think that look, I'm incredibly proud of the reputation we built for looking after customers. But that only works if we look after all our customers. We hired social workers, and we got a social worker initially in every office, so that whenever one of our team have got somebody who's reached the end of the road for any normal support, there's someone who can help.
So I think there's something that everybody can do that can really help to push the tide. And I think that's a really good example of why the work that Homewards is doing around changing the narrative is so crucial. So actually, the more that we can do through this work and through the work that you're doing every day through business to change those perceptions.
It was an absolute pleasure 3 years ago when the Royal Foundation reached out to Pret to be part of Homewards. The Rising Stars, which is a group of people that we bring in every year. What we see with these individuals that we bring in, once we keep them and they work with us, they stay for a long time. So there's an absolute business benefit to having these people working with you. I think this combination of employment and housing is the real key to breaking that chain of homelessness, and I think that the employment part is something that we've been really focused on.
Meaningful employment for people that might be on the road to homelessness is an amazing form of early intervention.
In these circumstances, we have an opportunity to do something better.
Don't underestimate the power of partnership. You don't need to be an expert in this topic. Find someone who is, and then co-create a program together.
Instead of us spending money on bailiffs and lawyers and 1,000 pieces of direct mail that are piling up and kidding ourselves that someone's going to pay a bill when they're actually about to lose their home, we can spend the same money or less helping them. So I think it falls to CEOs to give permission to their teams to flip the way we behave in these circumstances.
As society is becoming more challenging, I think there is a bigger onus on businesses to have an impact and support that.
Housing is the foundation of communities and well-being and jobs and productivity.
If we believe home is the most important place on earth, it's the most important for everybody.
What really matters is people talk about statistics, but behind each one of those is an actual person, and they are the only one of them there will ever be. And what matters is not the past, it's not how they got there. The more we understand that, the more we can deal with it. But what matters is the future.